Hello and welcome. My name's Kathy A, and today I thought I'd go into a little bit of behind the scenes here on how I'm cleaning and prepping all the makeup for the giveaway, and also how I'm decluttering and pulling everything together, which may or may not be of interest. And I picked up a few new items and I thought I would bring that up. So the first thing I want to talk about is my husband was getting a prescription filled at Walmart, and so I was with him and I wandered around, of course, you know where I gravitated to, and there's a new brand and they have their own little inlet and everything right in the main square of different makeups, and it's called Found makeup. And I'm always on the market for a drugstore priced makeup that performs well, so I thought I would give it a try. And this is the Found Nourishing Liquid Foundation, and the color is 120. The next color down was Porcelain, which was almost a white shade. So there's quite a difference between the lightest shade and this shade, and I think this one's more of a medium light. It's not light, so I'm not sure what you have to do if you're in between those shades. Talk about shades. Anyway, it's a very nice silky formula. It lasted pretty well. I did get breakthrough on my chin, which I always seem to do, and around my nose because I'm always blowing my nose. But this lasted pretty well. I was very, very happy with it, and it actually worked really well under the eyes, and it didn't go into the lines. When I initially put any foundation on, it does kind of sink a little into the lines, and once I tap it out and I put a little bit of powder, that usually holds it. And with this it was quite good, but it is like $13.88, so it's not the cheapest drugstore makeup, but I thought it was quite good. And I don't know very much about this company at all. I haven't really researched them, but I do recommend that. I wasn't as happy with the Baked Illuminating blush though. And this color is Peach Glow, number 60. It's virtually undetectable on your skin. I'm not sure who, maybe a very, very pale person could wear this, but I couldn't get very much color at all. It's very, very kind of glowy, and there's a slight tint to it. If you're a very, very pale person, you may like this, but I believe there were only two colors of blush, this one and a pinker, darker one. I should have opted for the pinker, darker one, I think, but this one wasn't that great. So I haven't tried very much from that line, so I just wanted to see. I can usually tell from the foundation if it's going to be kind of a quality line or not, and I can't tell. I went over to Ulta, and they gave me my birthday gift. You know, I'm not being ungrateful. I'm really not, because they're in a lot of trouble right now, you know, and, you know, it's probably my returns that people are buying. I don't know. Anyway, this is the Birthday Kisses from Ulta. This is the birthday gift they're giving at this part of the year, or for this month, I'm not sure. And it is a lip mask and lip oil. And I guess we all have chapped lips this time of year. I certainly do. And the lip mask, hopefully it's a lot better than the lip oil. But isn't that cute? It is a free gift. That's nice. They don't have to do anything for me. I return enough there that it's almost like rental makeup. And this is the lip oil. It's got a very, very strong scent of dewy berry pomegranate kind of smell. And it stays with you when you put it on your lips. There's no color to it. It looks like it has color, but when you put it on your lips, it just makes your lips look wet. And it feels kind of like you put olive oil on your lips. It's a very gloppy kind of feeling. I don't know. We'll have to see if it helps heal my lips or not. I don't know, but it was an unusual gift. Although, if you think about it, this is, you know, universal shade, and, you know, everybody has lip issues. So, you know, it's one thing we all can share, I guess, is we all have lip issues. So that was the, thank you very much for my happy birthday gift from Ulta. This little contraption came with a cloth, a cleaning cloth, and it was one of those things from TJ Maxx. One end is shaped like an eyeball, and it's got little fibery synthetic silicone fibers on the end, and the other end is shaped like a pair of lips. Isn't that cute? Little pair of lips. This is a lip scrubbing silicone brush, and this is an eye scrubbing silicone brush. This was a little scary to use. What I did was I put my eye remover gel on, and then I took this puppy and I just kind of rubbed it across around like the lid area, rinsed it off, rubbed it back in, and it seemed to do a pretty good job at loosening up, especially those of you who wear false lashes. It loosened up that glue, the glue that sometimes gets caught on your lashes or your lid. And then I had to clean this off with the makeup remover as well, and then some soap and water. This side, the lip scrubber, was kind of interesting. I took some honey and sugar and rubbed it on my lips, and then I rubbed this all over my lips, and then I rinsed them and blotted them. Then I put a lip balm on. It seemed to do a pretty good job. So this is like a duo-ended cleaner exfoliator thingy. The eye thing, I'm not sure I'd like to have that consistent pressure on my eyes. I don't think that's a real cool thing to do, but it did loosen up the glue. So, you know, maybe it will get like brow stuff off or whatever, but it's kind of an interesting little device. I've never seen one before. I do have an update on the Real Techniques brushes. These are the ones that are like the Artiste brushes, and I'm a real stickler for cleaning my brush right after I use it, basically, or within 24 hours of when I use it. I can't get this clean, this big one. I don't know how many of you have bought one of these, but can you get yours clean, and what did you do? I tried alcohol, I tried the Beauty Blender Solid, I tried my Zote soap, and scrubbing it on here. Dawn liquid. I have tried everything, and I cannot get the staining out of the center part of this brush. Now the brush works really well. I know it's clean, but it doesn't look clean, and it's kind of agitating to me. So if anybody knows a good way to clean this off of this brush, let me know. Or if you had problems with it too, because that's big. You know, if you can't get your brushes clean, spotless, so they're stain-free and spotless, there's something wrong with the fibers here, I think. And it's a shame, because I do like Real Techniques brushes very, very much. There's a controversy, again, with Kat Von D, and I just thought I'd bring it up, because I've always got to throw my 2 cents into the ring when something like this comes up. I don't know if you remember back when Kat Von D first released her makeup line at Sephora. She had a lipstick that she released, and it is to this day my favorite color lipstick. And she called it Celebutard, and it was kind of an homage to the Kardashians and Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie and people that didn't really earn their fame like through talent. So this is Celebutard, and my good friend Old Broad Cindy sent this to me a few years ago. This is just precious. It's a beautiful color. It's the perfect nude, and I loved it. I used mine up. Anyway, there was a huge controversy because of the name Celebutard, and it implied that the word retard, which, you know, we used to use all the time in the 60s and 70s to refer to people who were of low intelligence or did something not so intelligent. The mental health community is very, very sensitive to words that portray mental illness as something really bad and something, you know. So anyway, they caused a big stir over this, and they demanded that they pull these from the shelves at Sephora, and they did. And so Kat Von D has never re-released this shade or this name ever again. Segue to 2017, December-ish. She teams up with Green Day's Billie Joe Armstrong and creates a soft anti-precision black liner, which I love and I use in a sparingly way, but I use it. And she names it for one of his most favorite hit songs of the 1990s, which was called Basket Case. This same group that took my beloved lipstick off the shelves is now saying that this is an insult to the mental health community. And it's sold out on Kat Von D's website, and it's almost sold out on Sephora. I I don't know where it has to end here with some of the sensitivities. This is a name of a song. The guy who wrote the song and sang it and performed it is part of this eyeliner thing. And anyway, I just thought I'd bring it up because it just irritates me how political sometimes the silliest things are. It's a freaking eyeliner, you know. Okay. I've been really enjoying reading your comments. I did a video recently where I said I was doing a big giveaway, and I keep adding to it. I've added a few more things to it. I'll give you a picture here. I've added these things to it. I'm just going through all of my makeup and just keeping what I absolutely, totally love, and no duplicates. If I've got 3 or 4 shadows that are the same in different palettes, I'm choosing one. And I'm actually, it's so cleansing and it's so nice, and I know that people who receive the prizes will be really pleased because they're going to be getting some really good makeup. But the cleansing part of it for me, you know, they say the gift is for the giver, and I think that that is true. But I wanted to show you how I'm prepping. Because this isn't brand new makeup, some of it has been used slightly. For instance, the Jaclyn Hill. I've used it maybe 3 or 4 times at most. I did demo it. It's a beautiful palette. It's got a lot of nice colors. What I do with a palette, and I usually do this weekly, I take some alcohol. And this is a rubbing alcohol. Now this is a 70% alcohol. In the US we go up I think to 91%. Now the difference in the two as far as spraying your pans is that if it's a lower number, it takes longer to kill off the bacteria, but it takes longer to evaporate also. So if you're spraying on a 70, you can leave it overnight with this open, and it should kill the bacteria slower over a longer period of time. The 90 evaporates quicker, but it's a stronger alcohol content. So what I do is I pour that alcohol into a little spray bottle. You can find these in the drugstore or Sally's Beauty, and I literally do spray to make sure each of the pans is covered. This is really important to do if you've got a cold or this flu that's going around, which, you know, and I just let it sit. If it's a broken one, I'll spray it really big, and then I will take a paper towel and I will press it in and make a little indentation. So I'm pressing it in. So I'll just press it, and it makes a little bit of an indentation, a little bit of a design. So it's really nice to do this, and you have to leave it open so it'll dry. It doesn't hurt the composition of your powder makeup. It just kills off the bacteria, the surface bacteria. Now I use clean brushes. I don't use dirty brushes, and I don't like eye yuck and everything. So anyway, this is one of the prizes actually. So I'm doing that to all of the palettes. And now with lipstick, that's a little bit different. When you have a lipstick, there's a few parts to it. There's the outside, there's the cap, and then there's the part with the lipstick in it. What I do is I poured alcohol into this cup, and I dip the lipstick in. And then I usually cut the lipstick up, either with a knife or some other sharp device. I cut it and then I dip it again. And I let that sit open all night long. And again, it does kill off the bacteria. And you can wipe that off with a paper towel. And I make sure it's completely retracted, completely exposed. So any of you who have won a lipstick, you'll see that it's cut and it's dipped in alcohol. Okay. And it's dipped in alcohol twice. So So that's why your lipsticks are cut when you get them, because I have cut them, dipped them, and let them sit to dry. And I also wipe the cap. And I think it's a good idea to dip the cap as well, actually. So I do that with all the lipsticks. I take the time to do that. Okay, let's just get that. So now the cap's done, the lipstick's done, and the dispenser's done. Now with a lip pencil, it's a little bit different. Similarly, I do dip, sharpen it, and then I re-dip it again. And I let those sit out to dry. So yeah, it's fussy, but I think that kills the bacteria. I mean, you don't want spreading everything around. With my brushes, I do use the soap. I have it like a Tupperware container. I leave the soap in, and I use, this is a Real Techniques brush cleaning cup. I usually have hot water going in the tap, put the brush in that, rub it in here, and then I scrape it over all these little holes and bumps and things. And then I, depending on how saturated it is with tint, usually the foundation ones are saturated, so I'll let them sit for a little bit with the soap suds in them before I run them through here a second time and rinse them. Even that didn't work with this stupid Real Techniques. My brushes are clean. They're all clean. I always make sure the handles are sprayed, the brushes are clean, and they sit out and air dry. So how do I decide what stays and what goes, and what has been my method? Now, many of us have more than 5, 10, 20 lipsticks. So what I did was I drew each lip and wrote what it was right here on this paper. I have high end and low end. And what I did was I looked at similar shades and I tried them on, and the one I liked the best I kept, and the other one went into the giveaway. And there are some shades that just didn't do it for me. Maybe they're slightly dark or slightly blue toned. And these are all the lip liners. Anything that was just too similar or a dupe for something else, I dropped it. And I kind of discovered some interesting dupes from that. There were a few of them that matched. It was unbelievable. But Revlon Seduction matched Marc Jacobs Perfect and Bite Leche. It was amazing how close it was. You see these three here? All almost identical. And that's Revlon's Seduction. That's the one with the in the tube. Yeah, it was a great experience doing this, and I'd highly recommend you do this. Do your high ends on one page and do your low ends on another, and then just compare the colors, and you're going to see something really interesting that, you know, there's only so many colors in the universe, I guess. But it's funny, all of the lip liners look so funny. They look so similar. And they look different on white paper than they do, like, you know, in the tube. I took everything out of my closet, everything, and I went through, I tried things on, and I thought, you know, it's starting to look worn. Those things went to like the Savers Goodwill bins. The really nice things, like, you know, designer handbags or really nice sweaters, I stacked them all up, and I wrote to ThredUp. You can go to ThredUp online. It's an online thrift store. There's two parts to it. One is you can buy things really cheap. The other thing is you can consign things, and they sell them for you, and they give you money for them. This is my bag. It's huge. There's shoes in here, there's scarves, dresses, sweaters, trousers. Yeah, they take it. They pay the shipping. They send you a shipping label, And once they get it, they go through everything, and then they write to you and they say, we're going to give you $60 for this. Do you want $60 in a check, or do you want credit on our website for $100? You know, they do it that way. So that's what I love about ThredUp. And when you're looking on ThredUp, you can find anything in any size. You can find high-class brands, and they have a list of brands that they won't accept. So it's a good idea to look at those before you do this. But this makes you feel good when you do this. Now, if they don't take everything in your bag, what they do is they recycle it. They send the things out for recycling, or to Salvation Army kind of places, Goodwill kind of places. And they just keep the ones that are the high quality. They're very picky. No pulls, no stains, no smells, no nothing. They are meticulous. New with tags is great. Just barely used for part of a season is good. Everything has to be spotless. Can't be ripped, torn. The zippers have to be there. The buttons have to be there. So you can be assured when you're shopping on there that you get good quality stuff really cheap. And when you're selling, you know, you're on the losing end of it in many ways, but not really, because I know that I would have donated this stuff to the local, you know, charity house anyway. I wouldn't have gotten anything financially for it. I prefer to donate to these folks because if they give me credit to use, I can buy stuff on their website. And I buy a lot of stuff on their website, and a lot of my clothes are for sale on the website, so you might be wearing some of my stuff. You never know. So I just thought I'd throw that in. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I do have a link below where you can get $10 off your order, but everybody gets that. When you shop on there, they offer you that option too. If you share it with your friends, you'll get 10 bucks off. So I have put that link down, and a lot of their stuff's between $5.99 and, you know, $200, depending on the kind of thing you're looking for. I've bought Iman pants, trousers before, and that's how I discovered how wonderful they are. I really like them. So I have some exciting things that I've bought, and I'm really looking forward to the giveaway. I'm enjoying reading your comments. I told everybody in the video how to enter, and one of the stipulations was that they had to put down one or two lipsticks that they really like, that they reach for every day, and this is one of mine that I reach for every day, and it is the Wet n Wild Balm Stain in Caffeine Fix. And over the top of it I have a lip gloss, but this is my go-to everyday lipstick. That's one of them. The other one is the Charlotte Tilbury. Yeah. Anyway, so I just thought I'd visit with you. Keep the comments coming. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm hoping those of you who are entering that, and I will link that video below for the giveaway. The giveaway is coming up on Saturday, February 17th at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, and there's 6 prizes, one for each decade of my life. We have some fun plans. We've just had kind of an emotional week with the funeral and everything else, but you know, we're moving on. You know. Thank you also to all of you who sent such, you know, really nice messages and emails and comments. Actually, I didn't allow comments on the video of the tribute to my mother-in-law, but that was because it's a family thing, and I didn't want to have people say, hey, you know, have you tried the new, you know, Revlon, whatever. I didn't want to have unusual comments added in from people who don't even know my mother-in-law, so I just thought that I would, you know, not have comments for that video, but that was really the only reason. And again, you can enter right up until, I'll make it till 11 o'clock in the morning on Saturday the 17th, because I have to close it off so I can start doing the process of getting all the slips cut, and then I'll pull the 6 out. It is open to international and USA folks. I don't care where you live. There's no borders here. Yeah, I didn't vote for him, and I'm embarrassed for America right now. But I think we're working on getting him out. That's all I can say. Anyway, so watch the video for the giveaway. See if there's anything that interests you there. I am dividing everything up. I've already got 6 bags started, and I'm adding to each bag each day as I'm, going through more and more of my things. And I will do a collection tour at the end of everything so you can see how little I have and how happy I am with it. And because it's not about hoarding, it's not about having all this stuff. And I think when you go to a funeral of somebody, you're not sitting there looking at all their stuff. It's just them. It's just them. And, all this other stuff is kind of meaningless compared to it. So it really puts you into perspective. So, anyway, I don't want to get old Debbie Downer on you. I hope everybody's having a wonderful week. The weather's finally getting a little warmer here. It was really bad. We had ice at the funeral. It was ice, and we were, like, hanging on to everything so we weren't falling. But I hope you're all having a wonderful week. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Toodles.